termomong.
Oh, kamu bisa belajar dari yang ku tahu.
Belajar.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, anak-anak.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Jadi sebenarnya hari ini dipanggil perwakilan setiap kelas, ini koordinatornya ya, korlapnya English Club. Jadi sebenarnya Julia, ini dipanggil perwakilan kelas untuk membentuk kembali Smart Cell English Club, SEC. Oke? Jadi kalian ini yang tadi perwakilan masing-masing kelas. Seperti yang tadi dibilang, merekrut 2 anggota kelasnya yang mau, yang minat bergabung dengan Smart Cell English Club, ya kan? Tapi suatu saat nanti ini cuma fasilitator ya. Ini korlapnya. Suatu saat kalian akan menjadi pemimpin tiap pertemuan. Apakah ada yang masukan anak-anak? Kira-kira kami ya, oke. Ya juga aku bikin. Oh, benar, sampai buat saya supaya udah sampai sore ini aku bisa tadi sampai jam 5 buat tes bisa juga sekitar jam 9 sama mungkin kadang-kadang bisa bikin vlog promosi gitu. Apa aja sih yang ada dari oke enggak apa
Okay, Coconut Man, Moonheads, and P. You ready? Seems like everybody's got a price. I wonder how they sleep at night. When the sale comes first and the truth comes second, just stop for a minute and smile. Why is everybody so serious? Acting so damn mysterious. Got shades on your eyes and your heels so high that you can't even have a good time. Everybody look to their left. Everybody look to their right. Can you feel that? Yeah, we're paying with love tonight. It's not about the money, money, money. We don't need your money, money, money. We just wanna make the world dance. Forget about the price tag. Ain't about the cha-ching, cha-ching. Ain't
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Did you guys know Indonesia is predicted to become one of the most influential countries with the strongest economic growth in 2045 because of its potential and resources? In 2045, Indonesia will receive a demographic bonus, namely 70% of Indonesian population will be of productive age. In that year, the target is for Indonesia to become a developed, modern country and own pair with the world's superpowers. We finally will reach the Golden Indonesia 2045. It is such an incredible news for us as Indonesian people. As an Indonesian youth, we play an important role to establish Golden Indonesia 2045. But how can we establish Golden Indonesia 2045 while there are numerous Indonesian youth problems? Dear honorable judges, dear honorable audiences, and to all my friends who participated in this contest. Firstly, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Andi Jihan Al-Zahira. I am a 10th grade student of SMA Negeri 1 Sangatta Selatan. First of all, it would be nice if we gratitude to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for giving us this opportunity. Because of His mercy and blessing, we all can gather here in the good and healthy condition. In this opportunity, I would like to talk about the topic of the role of Pancasila education in shaping Indonesian youth's character towards Golden Indonesia 2045. Today, I would discuss about Golden Indonesia 2045 is in our hands. Ladies and gentlemen, Pancasila has the important role to our country, Indonesia. The values that contained in Pancasila can be used as an example or reference to live an orderly and disciplined life based on Indonesian morals and cultures. Unfortunately, our young generation nowadays is slowly forgetting about the values of Pancasila because of low level of Pancasila education for Indonesian youth. Eventually, numerous Indonesian youths who are influenced by bad foreign cultures. As a result, they act without caring about morals or culture of Indonesia. They did not act demurely to people who are older than them. They most likely to involve into conflicts, brawls, or muggings, and the worst is they did drugs, smoking, and promiscuity. There are lots of ways to increase the level of Pancasila education. For instance, we actually be able to utilize social media platforms and information technology to increase their awareness of Pancasila values and to attract young individuals to instill the Pancasila's values. Afterwards, we are able to insert the efforts such as 1. Having one religion and be faithful in that religion and not forcing others to convert to their religion. 2. Must instill a spirit of respecting the difference that exists from many tribes, races, or religion. 3. Increase our nationalism soul. And 4. Prioritize deliberation. And 5. Always fight for justice. If we are able to shape Indonesian youth's character in accordance with the values of Pancasila, I am sure that Golden Indonesia 2045 is already in our sight. Come on guys, let's be an Indonesian youth with character to establish Golden Indonesia 2045 because our country's future is in our hands. This is all I want to say, and lastly, I want to say thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everybody. Nice to meet you all. The honorable, all of the judges, the honorable, all of my teacher, and dear all of my friends who is watching this video. So here I am. I am standing in here in front of you guys that I want to tell you guys about a story that very related to our national principle. But before entering into the story, let me introduce myself. My name is Julia Zahratushita. You can also call me Julia, and I am the student from SMA Negeri 1 Sangatta Selatan. And today, I want to tell you guys about a story. The title is Pancasila Who Strives to be Eternal in His People's Heart. Let me start with once upon a time. At 1st June 1945, our first president, which is Sukarno, gave his idea about the name of the national principle. At the beginning, the national principle will name as Pancadharma. But then, after having a suggestion from a linguist, it changed into Pancasila, which meant 5 rules. Same as the other founding fathers, they gave their idea and their opinion about the name and the content of the national principle. But after that meeting, they still not find a final result for the national principle. They just got many opposite opinion from religionist group or the nationality group. Until a small group called the Committee of 9 was formed. They planned what is the content and the name of the national principle, and they wrote it at a paper. And we all know as Piagam Jakarta or Jakarta Charter. And after that, at the second meeting of BPUPKI, exactly at 10th July until 16th July 1945, all of the founding fathers was talking about the content at Piagam Jakarta or Jakarta Charter. And then one of the representatives from Eastern Indonesia have an object and he wants to tell to Muhammad Hatta. The person is Johannes Satuhawi. And then Johannes Satuhawi met Muhammad Hatta. And then he said, Mr. Hatta, I just got an object from my people that the first content is too much for Muslims because Indonesia have so many religion, right? And I guess if you want to just keep that first content, you can release Eastern Indonesia from the state and we will have no problem with that. And we want you to find a way out. And then Muhammad Hatta said, I can understand what is your condition, Mr. Johan, but give me some time and I will find a way out. And then after that meeting, Muhammad Hatta immediately want to meet a Muslim figure from Indonesia, which is his name is Ki Bagus Hadikusumo. And then Muhammad Hatta said, excuse me, Kiai, Assalamualaikum, I want to talk about something to you. May I? And then Ki Bagus Hadikusumo said, of course, just sit down in here. And then Muhammad Hatta said, so I just got an object from the Eastern Indonesia that they said the first content is too much for Muslims because we know Indonesia have so many religion and the national principle have to embrace all of that. So I want to ask you to changing the first content. What do you think? And then Ki Bagus Hadikusumo suddenly, wait, what? No, I did not agree with that because I think we have to do so many deliberation and so many missing. They, as the citizens of Indonesia, have to agree with that, and I don't want to know about anything. After that, Muhammad Hatta was just got really confused about what he have to do. But then this problem was just continue until the independence of Indonesia at 17 August 1945, and BPU-PKI was disbanded. And a new organization, which name is PPKI, has formed. They plan the final result for the content of the national principle. And they changed it into a content that could embrace all of the religion in Indonesia. I guess that is a little flashback about how our hero, our founding fathers, was finally found the greatest national principle for us that could be the basic for the behavior of the people at the state. Many tears, many energy, many bloodshed which they use to make the greatest national principle. But then, I guess, by time to time, the national principle value or the Pancasila's values just got almost disappeared. Many behaviors that really the opposite of Pancasila. Maybe I will give you an example, somehow like discrimination, or fan favoritism, or did not want to hear about others' opinion and just want to keep hers. That is the behavior that really the opposite of Pancasila. Maybe I will give you an example. At school environment, there are two friends called Vina and Ina. Vina is a very rich person, but Ina having a struggle with money. All of the people was not agree with their relationship as a best friend. Until one day, one of the bullying that bullied them said, "Oh my God, look at those best friends. I guess that they are not really compatible because why would a rich person be friends with someone who is poor? What do you think?" And then her friend said, "Yeah, I think so. Cannot sing about being a friends with someone who is poor. Vina should be friends with us." But then someone hear about what they say, and then he said, "Oh guys, come on, this is modern era. How could you say that to your other fans? Indonesia is one unity, and you have to know that as the next generation, we have to keep that. How could you say that to your other fans?" But then the people who is bullying Vina and Ina said, "Oh my God, relax. I just joking around. How could you be so serious?" But then Vina is not want to think about that, and she want to encourage Ina. And then Vina said, "Ina, don't think about that perception. It's not too important. We have to just keep the behavior of our national principal. You know that our national principal was supporting us with tolerance, unity, and collaboration. We could be friends. Why would we have to hear about others' perception? And then the people who is bullying them just got embarrassed and they feel like they are wrong. And then after that, they try to evaluate themselves and thinking that what they're doing are wrong. After that, the people who is bullying Vina and Ina then want to say sorry to Vina and Ina. And finally, the school environment at the beginning is toxic and now it's gonna be a healthy and good environment. So, the moral of the value is you guys have to keep a good behavior. And you guys have to share the positive things that you got from the national principle to others to make Indonesia become always one unity. So that's all about my story. The title is Pancasila, who strives to be eternal in his people's heart. I hope you guys don't forget about that. I'm sorry if I have a mistake. Thank you for your guys' attention and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hey Jihan. How are you today? Where do you wanna go?
I'm gonna go home.
Oh, well, why do you look so stressful today?
So many assignments.
Yeah, me too. My teacher gave me a many assignment too, and I don't know how to work. I don't know how to answer it.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Stress.
I want to have
Okay.
a heart.
See you later.